Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video, I want to discuss a few things regarding Joe Biden because in my opinion, whether or not Trump wins, Joe Biden will not be our president, and here's why. So a lot of people are questioning Joe Biden's cognitive skills, and this is not a joke anymore. This is not one political party making fun of the next. This is someone who cannot put a coherent sentence together. He loses his train of thought. He literally cannot put a sentence together. How on earth is he going to debate? So a lot of people think that he's going to try to get out of the debates by any means necessary. So what is going to be his excuse for not debating? Because you guys, unless you are not following this, when I say he is not capable of debating, he is not capable of debating. This is going to be the most entertaining train wreck of the century. So a lot of us are really hoping he will debate for our own entertainment, and that's not good. My suggestion is if he bails and he does not go through with the debates for any reason, I honestly believe Trump should still debate and get on stage by himself and answer the questions that people want to hear. Because this is really scary. A lot of you guys who are voting for Biden is not because you support him or you like him. I'm going to show you what policies he endorses and supports. It's shocking. It's not typical. If Biden gets in office, this country will not be recognizable. And if you guys think I'm exaggerating, please, I'm going to show you a list of things that are more than likely going to happen if he wins. Because keep in mind, if he wins, he will not be running the country. A bunch of far left lunatics, the same ones that are being supportive of our cities being burned down, our statues being torn down, they will be running the country. And this guy right here won't do a single thing about it.
Entity. The only thing that can tear America apart is America itself. Period.
What does any of that mean? Honestly, we don't know, but Joe Biden doesn't either.
Been tested for some degree of cognitive decline.
I've been tested and I'm constantly tested. Look, all I got to do is watch me, and I can hardly wait to compare my cognitive capability to the cognitive capability of the man I'm running against.
So I know this, and I know this for a fact. Biden has very little support. He doesn't have a lot of supporters. What he does have is a lot of people who hate Trump. So a lot of people that are voting for Biden are people that hate Trump. And listen to me, if I sound like someone who has been a Republican all their life and I'm just trying to sway your vote, this will be my first time in my life voting Republican. Do you know why I didn't vote for Trump? I don't know, because I didn't like him. I didn't like his personality. So I remember right before the election in 2016, a coworker said, I know a lot of people don't want to come out and say, well, who are you voting for? But I think she referenced something, and I said, certainly not Trump. And she looked at me kind of weird, and she's Indian. She's from India. So she looked at me and said, why? Well, she's an American citizen. Let me just say that. She did vote for Trump. And she said, why? Looked at me kind of weird. And I was like, because he's a racist. And she said, what? What did he say? Well, he wants to build a wall and keep people out. And she looked at me even more strange, and she told me, we have a right to protect our country from criminals and people that want to come here the wrong way. She says he's for anybody that wants to come here the right way. And then I said, well, that thing you said about women. And, you know, who in their life has not ever said something derogatory, insulting, racist. We're all human, and his error was caught on film. That does not something I've said in the past does not represent me as a person whole. There's many, many sides to me. So some people might get one side, another person might see me another way, and it goes with everybody, and you too. Don't vote for Biden because you hate Trump. Now, this is the thing. Most people are doing very well over the last 3 years. Everything is going great up until Corona. I'll give you that. And if you guys want to blame Trump for Corona, you can't do that. That's a weak argument. You know, Corona came out of nowhere. No one in the world had any experience on what to do with it. So what did Trump do? He closed off travel from China right away. And he was even called a racist for that. Trump can't win for losing only because people hate him. So now I recognize I don't have to like someone's personality if they are doing an excellent job for the country, and I believe their other policies. So are Trump supporters racist? No, that's so weak. That word racist has lost all meaning. Literally everything on earth is now racist. I guess racist now means to speak the truth, because every time someone speaks the truth, we're called a racist. So I guess racist now has lost the original meaning. It now means to speak the truth. So you cannot say that 12% of black people that are going to be voting for Trump are racist. No, they stand for his other beliefs. They are maybe pro-life. They believe in his immigration policies. They believe in all kinds of, they believe in the extra money in their bank account. They believe in the economy. There's a lot of reasons why people support Trump, and he has done an excellent job and won me over. I was a Trump hater. I voted for Obama both times. So why? So all of a sudden, for no reason, I'm just going to vote for Trump. No, I see what's going on. I see the Democratic cities, the Democratic ran cities, letting the mob rule, letting these businesses being burned down. And do you know a lot of these far left mayors and representatives for these cities, they have even tweeted as these fires were burning in all of these cities. One of them, I wish I could find out which one it was, said, "Burn that shit down." That was the exact tweet. They have to support all of this rioting. They have to. That's a large amount of people. I'm going to say like 30% are these far left crazies. I'm going to say that much. They have to support them for the vote. But what are you guys going to get if Biden wins? All these promises, you guys aren't going to get anything. So for your vote, you're going to be promised a lot. You were allowed to burn down the cities. You were allowed to protest and spread corona all over the United States and not even be blamed for it. You were allowed to do a lot. But once Biden gets in, you won't get anything. You might get your city's police abolished, and that's going to leave you in ruins. In my guess, what I'm thinking, do the Democrats want to kill all black people? Because if you think that there is a high murder rate in Chicago right now, abolish the police. It will be a war zone. It will be a third world country. So they're not going to abolish police in the red states. They're not going to abolish police in the small cities, but in the big cities where it's majority black, you very well could have your police abolished, and it's going to be a free-for-all. So the murder rates will go up sky high. This is all a fiasco, and this poor, lost, confused guy right here, do you think he's going to be in charge? Do you think he is going to do anything to help the average law-abiding citizen that just wants to live their life, work, and have a safe neighborhood and have their kids in school and have the American dream? Because yes, everyone can have the American dream no matter what color you are. It's called work. It's not called white privilege because you know what? Did you guys know that there's black doctors, lawyers, police, judges? They didn't have white privilege. You know what they had? They had common sense and they worked and they went to school. They had a goal and they wanted something. And that is something that we can all have in America, but not under this guy's thumb. No, no, no. So if you guys vote for Biden, I hope karma comes back at you tenfold. And I'm sorry, but sometimes we have to learn the hard way. And I have. I'm watching the news. I follow it closely. I watch things that you guys might not even see on the news. So I know what's really going on. So with all that being said, whether you vote for Trump, the law and order president that just wants everyone to have the American dream, no matter what color you are. Do you think he doesn't want black people to vote for him or the Hispanics? He wants everyone to have a successful life and thrive. Because no matter what color you are, if you are thriving, that looks good on him. If the black people are doing well, you know he always brags about having the lowest black unemployment rate in history? He prides himself on that because he did a good job. All of his policies, everything. So if black people are thriving, if Hispanic people are thriving, he wants America great for everyone. Because if we're all doing well, that makes him look good. And who doesn't want that? So you guys, I hope you are ready for the consequences of whatever president you vote for. So watch to the end, and I put some really important clips for you guys to see on what this guy here wants as a president.
This is the candidate who could soon be president of the United States. Don't tell him that. It'll only make him anxious. The people around Biden, by contrast, are not anxious. They are completely in control. They know exactly what they want. And yesterday, they gave the rest of us a glimpse of what that is. The Biden campaign released a long document outlining its goals. It was written by Eric Holder, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Simone Sanders, among others. These are the people who will run the country if Joe Biden is elected in November. So what's their plan? Well, in a sentence, they'd like to make the rest of America very much like our biggest cities have become: squalid, dangerous, chaotic, and unhappy. They'd like to do to your neighborhood what they have done to New York City. The main thing they've done to New York is make it scary. Violent crime is surging dramatically there, as we have told you night after night. And one of the main reasons for that is the elimination of cash bail. The city no longer holds the people it arrests. Criminals are in and out of custody immediately, and many, of course, go on to commit more crimes. It's nuts. The Biden campaign plans to abolish cash bail everywhere. No bail for any crime nationwide. Think about what that would mean. Americans are fleeing urban areas in huge numbers. Big cities are just too mismanaged. They're too dangerous. Unless you are very rich or very poor, you're getting out. New York City lost 53,000 people in 2019. They will lose far more than that this year. Most of these refugees have relocated to the suburbs, where they imagine they are safe from the effects of disastrous urban policy. But they're not. Democrats want to abolish the suburbs. They are too clean and nice, and therefore, by definition, they are racist. And the Biden campaign has highly specific plans on how to do this. It's called Affirmatively Furthering Fair Housing. It's a HUD regulation. It was written during the Obama administration. Biden's advisors plan to enforce it. They will cut off critical federal funds from municipalities unless those municipalities submit to federal control of urban planning. Towns will be ordered to abolish zoning for single-family housing because single-family homes, needless to say, are racist. Low-income, federally subsidized apartments will go up in the suburbs. It's a good bet you won't see any of this. You won't see projects being built in Aspen or Martha's Vineyard or anywhere else Eric Holder vacations. But in your neighborhood, oh yeah. Your kids' schools will change too. The Biden campaign has vowed to bring back Obama's lunatic Title IX rules. Colleges would once again ignore due process and the presumption of innocence and instead use kangaroo courts to assess sexual assault allegations on campus. Good luck to your sons. The country's K-12 schools, meanwhile, effectively will abandon classroom discipline. Schools that suspend students based on their behavior rather than according to a strict racial quota system will be punished for that. But you will have no choice but to keep your kids enrolled anyway, because Biden's campaign pledges to abolish all programs that provide parents vouchers or tax breaks to send their kids somewhere else. And then the Biden plan gets really ambitious. It would use the Federal Reserve to fix the, quote, racial wage gap. Central bankers will be encouraged to decide if you're being paid too much based on your skin color. Sounds like a great way to unite the country. One thing the Biden administration won't enforce is immigration law. The plan promises to end workplace immigration raids. That would mean corporations could bring in effectively unlimited amounts of low-wage illegal foreign labor. Good luck finding your son a job once he's bounced out of college by those kangaroo courts. You may think this all sounds too crazy to be real. Politicians, of course, make a lot of promises right before elections, and Biden would never actually do any of this because Democrats would be worried about losing the next election if they did. These are not popular programs. But the Biden people have thought this through, and their plan answers that question. It solves the problem. It includes citizenship and voting rights for all illegal immigrants currently living in this country. That's at least 22 million people. That means 22 million brand new voters spread out across 50 states. The vast majority of them will faithfully vote for the Democratic Party. And by the way, that's not even including all the new illegal immigration we will doubtless get with reduced border controls. The Biden campaign also promises a moratorium on deportations. So there it is. That's the Biden plan. It's not really a blueprint to govern the country. It is a promise to utterly remake the country.
You have reached the 911 police emergency line. Due to defunding of the police department, we're sorry, but no one is here to take your call. If you're calling to report a rape, please press 1. To report a murder, press 2. To report a home invasion, press 3. For all other crimes, leave your name and number, and someone will get back to you. Our estimated wait time is currently 5 days. Goodbye.